been told that your results look fine, but then you do not feel fine, this video is for you. Have you been there? You described everything. The exhaustion that sleep does not fix, the weight that appeared without explanation, without changing lifestyle or without changing your diet, the mood changes that do not feel like you anymore, and the sleep that stopped being restful. And you were told your results look fine, everything is normal. But then you don't feel fine and you have not felt like yourself in a long time. Millions of women around the world have shared this experience where they walk away from an appointment with no answers, and while they still carry the symptoms, it feels isolating and it can feel like sometimes like we are imagining it. So this video and this channel, we are looking at those challenging moments so that we can all gather and look at them together, looking at ways we can hack the system and be able to get around that frustration and stay empowered to truly be the powerful women we are, even when sometimes it feels like everything is breaking apart, or it might feel like our bodies are changing, but yet there's always hope. There's always another solution. I'm here to empower you using evidence-based research, evidence-based insights. And as always, I'll link the research in the description below. So you're not imagining your symptoms. Research confirms it. It was not you overreacting to what is happening. It was your body telling the truth that standard testing was not designed to fully capture at the particular stage of your beautiful journey as a woman. And today, I'm going to give you clear, practical steps to navigate the system and get the support you deserve towards your optimal health. I want to start by showing you something that I hope makes you feel less alone, because this is not just your story. This is the story of millions of women around the world. The research confirms you are not alone. Research published on NIH confirms that standard hormone testing has substantial limitations during the menopausal transition or the hormonal transition, meaning a normal result on your blood work does not rule out that something real and significant is happening in your body. So your symptoms are clinically valid. Yet, despite this, a survey of menopausal women found that 63% turned to friends for information about what they were going through. Less than half went to a healthcare professional. And among those who went to see healthcare professional felt that the information, the advice they received was not helpful. That statistics doesn't sound very good, right? The majority of women navigating one of the most significant hormonal transition of their lives are finding their way largely alone, through Google searches at midnight, through conversations with friends. Women are just going through trial and error with their own bodies. Let's just take a look at why this is happening, because again, knowledge is power. I want to explain why this happens. The standard blood test most commonly used to assess hormonal health measures follicular stimulating hormone. The assumption is that if follicular stimulating hormone is elevated, something hormonal is happening. If it is normal, everything is fine. But here's what the research actually shows. During perimenopause, hormones fluctuate drastically, sometimes day to day, sometimes week to week. A single blood draw captures just one moment in time. It can look completely normal on the day it is taken and not say a lot about the pattern of what your body has been going through for months or what your body has been doing for months. This is a limitation of the tool being used to assess a complex, dynamic, hormonal transition. And the most current clinical guidelines acknowledge this directly, stating that for women over 45 with symptoms, the diagnosis is clinical, meaning that what you're experiencing, your symptoms, matter as much and sometimes more than what just a single blood test can show. Your lived experience is clinically relevant. And at the end of the video, we will talk about some strategies of how you can communicate better so that you can receive the care you deserve. Perimenopause is this transition that can begin in your late 30s and early 40s, and often quietly, gradually, without a clear announcement. And the symptoms are wide-ranging. A large study analyzing over 145,000 symptoms logs from perimenopausal women found that the most commonly reported experiences included fatigue that does not resolve with rest or sleep, disrupted sleep, mood changes, weight changes, joint pain, brain fog, and memory relapses. 23 symptoms on average reported by real women, documented in peer-reviewed research. If you've been experiencing several of these symptoms consistently, your body is communicating something real. This is not just aging, this is a hormonal transition that deserves informed, compassionate support. And I want to say something directly to your soul right now. You have not been dramatic. You have been carrying something real, largely without the support you deserve. And that changes today. We're gonna get into practical steps. Here are 3 practical steps, 3 things you can do today. Every video will give you practical steps, specific things you can do to actually bring a positive impact. Something you can bring to your next appointment, something you can use to seek support, to change your life, to step into that empowered woman that you are. Step 1, describe your symptoms with impact. So do not just list your symptoms to your healthcare provider, your nurse practitioner or doctor, or your midwife, whoever you are seeing. Instead of saying, I'm tired, say, I have not woken up feeling rested in 3 months or however long, and it is affecting my ability to function at work and at home. Instead of saying, my mood changed, say, I'm experiencing emotional shifts that do not feel like me, and they are affecting my relationships. Impact language communicates urgency. It is specific. It is harder to minimize. If someone says, hey, yeah, I've just been tired lately, I may just offer sleep hygiene strategies, because if they just say that, it just sounded like, oh, I just haven't been resting well lately. But if you tell me, I haven't been resting well for the past 2 weeks, it has affected my relationships, it has affected my ability to function at home, then I will say, oh, let's investigate further. That will be my clinical brain. You have to imagine that you are talking to people who use their brain constantly, morning to evening, and they're just inputting everything you're saying. Whatever you say is being inputted into their clinical library, and they're just connecting the dots. So if something comes out with simple language and a tone that's not very impactful, it might just be received by that specific brain that it's, oh, it sounded like she's just been a little bit tired lately. So we can say, yeah, go ahead and try this sleep hygiene and then get back to me and we will reassess later. And then if you don't book another appointment to come and see that healthcare professional, then they might say maybe she got better. But this is what the difference is. It's just the systems we work in. Primary care providers have back-to-back appointments, 15 minutes appointments, and oftentimes you will have a specific topic per appointment. Strategy number 2, create a positioning statement and create a dialogue between you and your healthcare professional, instead of making one way where you give information and then they also give information. Try to create a dialogue, reflective dialogue between you two regarding your issue or regarding your symptoms. Here's an example of a statement you can use. Given my age and the symptoms I'm describing today, could this be related to perimenopause? And can we discuss what comprehensive support looks like for me? Now, you're creating a dialogue. You're saying, let's reflect on this together. That one question shifts the conversation from dismissal to exploration, dialogue. You are not asking to be diagnosed. You are asking to be heard and investigated. It's a collaboration. Step 3, or strategy number 3, know your options. If you feel your concerns are still not being addressed, you have choices. You can ask for a referral to a menopause specialist. Some women also find value in seeking support from integrative health providers or naturopathic physicians who may offer more comprehensive hormonal assessments. I think options and healthcare access is going to differ, right? Person to person, depending on where you live. But if you have choices, why not use them? I have seen a naturopath because I have benefits for that, and the naturopath actually looked at me and my risks and symptoms and then just created an individualized plan just for me based on the specific things I could be doing naturally, lifestyle wise as well, and some supplements. It's a collaboration as well because there are specific tests that will cost you more money if the naturopath physicians do them, but then they can be done in the mainstream system. So it's going to vary person to person, but it's an option. My grandfather always said, when you are experiencing a problem, you always want to start with I can, and in front of each I can has an option. So it's just to remind you that don't be stuck. Your health is your primary investment in life. So if you feel like things haven't been clear to you, it's time to just seek more options, and it's okay. That's fine. As healthcare providers, we're here to facilitate you getting more options. Most of my work is making referrals and connecting people to where they feel they should be or where they need to be based on their presentations and symptoms. And so don't be shy to explore your options. If there are other strategies that I did not include that you believe would be helpful, or something that has been actually really helpful for you, for your communication in getting the care you deserve and need, please leave those suggestions in the comments for other women to learn from you. We are all in this together. Your symptoms are valid. Your body is not broken, it is changing. You are not broken, you are becoming. In fact, leave that in the comment. You are not broken, you are becoming. I like that. I'm not broken, I'm becoming. Some mornings you wake up, you're like, I don't know. But you are becoming, you're transitioning. And please don't feel bad about the transition. It's not a disease. When we transition through perimenopause into menopause, it's not a disease. It's wisdom phase that we're going through, and we're just carrying ourselves with grace, and we are hearing and listening and feeling how everything is changing, and we're carrying ourselves, continuing to be the joy to our generation. That is why I always remind you, you are the joy to your generation. I think at this point, just start tapping, I'm the joy to my generation. Nothing is going to stop us. We are the joy to our generation, and we are in divine health and abundance, and we show up, we advocate for ourselves. We don't feel bad for how our body is changing. We love ourselves in many forms and shape, in whatever is happening, and all we can do is advocate for ourselves and show up and make it day to day, focus on our energy levels and protecting our health for ourselves, but also for the generation to come. Share this video with a woman in your life who has been told she's fine when she knows something is not right. She needs to hear this today. Next week, I'm answering the question so many of you are asking. Is this actually perimenopause? And what is really happening inside the body? I'll be describing what's happening, and so don't miss that video. Subscribe so you do not miss it. If you've enjoyed today, you'll probably enjoy the next video even more. Thank you for watching. My name is Joselyne. I am a primary care nurse with a passion for women's health, hormones, sleep, and staying empowered throughout the changes that we're experiencing as women. So every week, I bring you one particular topic and I break it down in a way that you understand it, without the jargon, without the confusion, and then I give you easy to follow practical steps that you can do, either to take care of yourself at home or to communicate better with your doctors, advocate for yourself, and stay empowered. And as always, I'll leave you research links in the descriptions of the videos so you can also check out the information for yourself. Knowledge is power, and the more you know, the more you can change, right? This is also a space where we are all learning together and growing together. You are not alone. I think one of the things that this channel is going to remind you of is you are not going through this alone. Millions of women are experiencing the changes and they're experiencing the challenges, but together we can actually be solutionists and stay empowered, not just for ourselves but also for the generation to come. The theme and the message behind everything I do here is that you are the joy to your generation. And so everything we'll do will empower you through education, through validation, by relating to what you're going through so that you can show up every day confidently and joyfully and be able to carry the weight of your purpose and your mission for you, your family, and generations ahead. You are the joy to your generation, and you realize for us to be joy to our generation, we have to keep our bodies healthy. We have to advocate for ourselves, and we have to show up, and we have to break the cycles, and we have to make it joyful in day-to-day, easy to follow steps, which is why I'm always going to give you something small yet very impactful that you can do to be the powerful woman you are meant to be. Subscribe and share with another woman who would like to be a part of this beautiful and trauma-informed space. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. You are the joy to your generation. In the comments, share something that can empower another woman today. Maybe it's a lesson or affirmation that helped you. We are all in this together.